just gotta stay consistent and just keep giving you guys good content. So I definitely have really high motivation with the channel again, and I hope to keep it going. But yeah, so let's go straight to it. I actually wrote it down just to kind of remember. But for Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid. I'm just gonna write. I predicted Real Madrid to beat RB Leipzig, RB Leipzig, and they did. I was right. So Real Madrid did beat them. It was very close. It wasn't that convincing, but you know, it is what it is. I know they'll do better in the quarterfinals for sure. And then we had Barca and Napoli. Barca and Napoli. I predicted Napoli to actually come out on top, and I was wrong. Barca did come out on top in that second leg. They honestly did really good. I finally have Champions League on my, I finally have Paramount Plus, so I was able to see the game. And yeah, Barca did good. Honestly, the young players really, I think it's Kubarsi or something like that. He's like 17. He pocketed Osimhen, so he did really good. They definitely have really good talent on that team, even without the big name players like Pedri and Gavi and like, I think I forgot who else was hurt, but I know those two big midfielders are right now, and they just have a huge load of injuries, so they still performed well. really set the tone. I feel like they do have a good morale booster with the penalty shootout that they just won, and they're a very young and determined squad. And I feel like they've just been growing the last couple of seasons, and I feel like they could do pretty solid in the UCL. I feel like they could make the semis for sure, not the final, but I think the semis for sure. But next up, we got Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Real Madrid and Manchester City. Another good one, 3 years in a row now. We had Real Madrid win it 2 years ago. City win it last year. Your boy's a Madrid fan. I'm going for Madrid. I think they're gonna advance. They've been doing really well this season, even with all the injuries. And people are gonna say, "Oh, they pay the refs." Whatever. I don't care. They've been doing really well. They've been, really working with what they have. And I think Militao is coming back, and I believe Courtois. I'll have to keep Lunin in goal. I know he's been doing very well, but we're gonna have an extra center back now. And the biggest threat is definitely like De Bruyne and Rodri from Man City. I feel like De Bruyne he's in the form of his life right now. So if they can cut him off, and they'll cut off Erling Haaland for sure. And I feel like Real Madrid's attack has been superb this season. You got Valverde, you got Rodrigo. I know he's been kind of on and off, but you got Bellingham, Valverde, and who else? Even Arda Güler's been doing good. Modric, he's been a great sub. They've been having a great overall season. So I think I'm gonna go with Real Madrid this year. I really hope they can go through. I would not be surprised if City won, because they still are a very great team, and De Bruyne can actually change the game. But yeah, Real Madrid. Third one, we got Atletico and Borussia Dortmund. Atletico and Borussia Dortmund. I am going to go with Atletico Madrid on this one. I love Dortmund. They have a spot in my heart for sure, but I just don't really see them hashing it out with Atletico. Atletico looks so good right now. Like they're definitely flying through right now. And I feel like they kind of know that the league is not really in their grasp at this season anymore, I would say, because Real Madrid's been dominating, and Girona too. So I feel like they're going to focus a lot more on the Champions League and really just try and go and push to basically get through to the final. And I feel like Dortmund is definitely one of the luckier draws that they could have gotten for sure. I feel like Dortmund will fight though. I feel like they will put up a match, especially at home. But I feel like Atletico will just take care of them at their home, and I feel like they'll put them away for sure. Alright, and lastly, last up, we got PSG versus Barcelona. PSG versus Barcelona. Now this is kind of all these pictures are honestly really good. They could go either way. I feel like they're really good. But yeah, honestly, I could be wrong for all of these. They can all be different. Bayern can go through, City could go through, Dortmund could go through, and then my last team that I'm predicting, I feel like I put down PSG, and my reason is because they're still playing Mbappe in the Champions League for the PSG squad right now, and I feel like they're not dealing with as many injuries. They have other players. They have their main schedule.